Okay, so I do believe that I promised an unboxing video. See, there's a funny thing about that unboxing video promise. And that funny thing would be that I sorta, as soon as I got this thing, went ahead and did my thing. So so I got a video prepared for this, more like a review of the card, now that I've really given it a run for its money. And I have. So first of all, the power supply I had to buy in order to power it. 500 watts, it only needs a 400. This isn't that big of a deal. Who cares about this? Not me. So I kept this to show. Boom, 500 watt power supply. There she is. The box, there's the box. And there's the actual power supply, which you really can't see inside of my case, but it's there. Yeah, I had the side off. We'll deal with that in a second. Sorry about the jerkiness all over the place. So, to the main show, obviously, would be this. I know I said I was going to go with a 650. I decided with the 550 Ti instead. They're pretty much clocked the exact same. This one is clocked a little bit lower, but it's not clocked lower than the other card to really show a difference in performance. It's just the other one's clocked a little higher because it's this year's model, and because, they don't want people to be like, oh, I'm buying the exact same card that I could get over here, even though they're the same price. They're the exact same card. And I went with the Gigabyte version because it has a 100mm large fan to keep it really cool, and it needs it very cool. This card, its heatsink sits very close to the side of my case, so when I'm pumping her at full, the side of the case definitely gets hot. Inside the box, the card was underneath this, in that big slot. That is how big it was, and it came with this. The user manual, obviously. There's a picture of the card in here that we can enjoy. As you can see, that's just yeah. There she is. That's the big old fan. And let me see if there's a light source in here that I could actually show you the card with, or I'll put up a picture on the screen right now, or at the end of the video of the card. So that was the box. On the back of the box, there it is. Compatible with Windows 7, NVIDIA SLI ready, NVIDIA GeForce CUDA, NVIDIA 3D Vision ready, and it has PhysX, obviously. And then it just goes on to advertise, stunning game effects, total immersion, futuristic graphics, also realistic gaming experience. PhysX can provide realistic physics, explosions, debris. Combines tremendous parallel processing capability to provide amazing physics processing power. Gigabyte graphic accelerators feature PhysX to bring you amazing 3D gaming experiences. So yeah, these are its special features. It's a DirectX 11 GPU with direct compute. Improves PC performance by taking on some or all of a DirectX 11 enabled application's processing load, freeing up the computer's main processor to take on additional tasks. And it's a GTX 550 Ti, powers interactive ray tracing, bringing spectacular photorealistic renderings to your screen. So that is it. That was the box. And the card was in relation to my monitor. That's how big the card was. That's my monitor. That's a 22-inch. I have a 27-inch TV behind it. Because I like the dual monitor, and I'll put this monitor on top of my PC case. So I'll look here, and then look down, up, down, just like that. But, yeah. So, next to my monitor. Yeah, it's freaking huge. And this is it on top of the computer case. It's a freaking monster. So let me just put this away. There's the box. There's the manual. And there's my bed. Okay, so you probably won't be able to see inside here at all. It's too dark, but there's the card, there's the heatsink, there's a fan on top. I'll put pictures in. It's running really cool right now. I can feel the air being blown or sucked in and blown down to the card, coming out the side of the heatsink. It idles at like 40 degrees, and it, when under the heaviest load, it goes up to like 80. Just fairly decent, fairly regular. So we're just going to put the side of the case back on here. We're going to stop all this boring yammering. We're going to do something fun. Instead of just yammering about stuff that nobody cares about. We're going to go around back, actually. I'll turn my monitor off. And we're going to take a look at the back of my computer now. Yeah, you probably just saw that cat. My girlfriend got it for me. Judge away. There's my tablet on the chair. Probably can't see that. My tablet. Tablet. And a giant mess. Okay, anyway. So as you can see, the back of my computer now has a black power supply. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to... It looked blurry, so I tried to focus it. Didn't work. Anyway, so yeah, it's got a black power supply now. And down there that's the video card. Stuff that's plugged into it. So let's get a closer, less blurry look. HDMI, VGA, DVI, new power supply. And that's the old plugs that go to the actual motherboard. That's my case fan. That blows out all the air, sucks in air from the case, so there's a case flow. That obviously, all the hot air comes out here. You can look inside there, sort of. So the fan is right there. Inside this thing, it's like that big, right there. And it sucks air in, and it comes out here. Obviously. This power supply has this, which my other one did not have one of those flicky switches. I had one of these, my old one, but you couldn't cut the power to the power supply without the computer. So that's about it. My case just sort of chills there. It's a HP Pavilion P6 series. My CPU is the weakest link in this computer. It's an AMD E2 3200. I'll be getting an AMD A10 for about $200. No, $150. 3.6 gigahertz processor, quad core, and then my computer will be complete. So now I'm going to cut the video to pictures of the inside of the case, so you can get a proper look at the fan and the parts and the setup of my computer. If I can find a picture of my case, I will link it, but please note it is pre-upgrades, but you won't be able to tell. It'll be a picture of the case facing this way, so you won't be able to see the old supply or inside, anything like that. And then I'm going to cut to some footage of this baby in action. Now, obviously, I'm running fraps, so I'm going to take a performance hit. So I might have to turn down the resolution a little bit, but to compensate for the resolution loss, I'll turn up the settings, like, as high as it'll go. It runs everything on high right now, but if I turn down the resolution, I'm sure there's some room to go to ultra high, since the resolution's not as bad once I get fraps in a reasonable area. So this has been 10 minutes so far, so let's cut this and we'll get to the footage.
Hello to the air cavalry, our friends in the sky. Don't have a little trumpet, so I the mouth. Not very well. Training and identifying the outpost commences shortly, so please stand by.